All right, we are live. This is random live stream number 2.
Random.
Very random.
Yep.
We're kind of hurting tonight.
Rob and Thomas. And
yeah.
What up?
Yeah.
Going on.
Dan is MIA. He's probably sleeping, right?
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. After watching,
we'll be back with Movie Busters soon.
Yes.
We'll
return.
Yeah.
But yeah, we figured we should do a random live stream, just talk about whatever's going on in movies and
other random stuff.
First off, how's everybody's week?
Good. Week was good.
Other than my nipples hurting, it's.
Oh, mine wasn't that great.
Blowing out my back. I mean, it's been pretty good.
Mine hasn't been that great, and as you can tell, the font colors are purple. It can be golden purple, but it's still purple. I just pick purple.
Yeah, that's with the Kobe Bryant stuff.
Yeah,
because you figured the last random live stream we did was what, last Saturday?
Yeah, the night before he died.
Yeah, I think it's even sadder the fact that his daughter was with him.
Yeah,
it was not 9 people did not make it.
9 people were in there.
Yeah, it was Kobe, his daughter, two of her teammates, her parent, like a parent, the pilot.
I think I still have my Lakers jersey of him.
I'll have to get
I still have mine. Like I hadn't worn it like in a few years. And
I don't think it fits me. I think I had it in high school, but I don't think it fits me anymore.
Me too. I had mine in high school. I bought it when I was in high school, and like when I put it on, I was like, still fits. I wore it all day Sunday.
Dude, get this. Remember when Jordan was on the Wizards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that jersey too. I still have that.
His last game was against us.
Oh yeah.
In 2003, and we crushed the Wizards that game.
When Everson was still playing with the Sixers, right?
That was that was like 2003.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching that game on TV too. That was when Doug Collins was head coach of the Wizards.
Yeah.
I was, dude. One of my favorite games was when I got to see the Bulls with Robin, Pippen, and Jordan when they were playing the Supersonics.
Oh,
wow! Yeah. The Supersonics going way back.
Yeah, that was great.
That was way before the Supersonics were the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah. I mean, weren't they? And then they changed to just Sonics.
Yeah, they were the Seattle Supersonics, and then they were the Seattle Sonics.
Yeah,
and I think they relocated to Oklahoma City in 2008.
I remember they made a team in Oklahoma because the New Orleans Hornets were playing in Oklahoma for like a year because of what happened in Hurricane Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and like they wanted to give that Oklahoma actual team because they were supportive. So it's okay. Kind of cool.
What's kind of funny is
Sorry, crazy.
Before the Washington Wizards, you know what they used to be called back in the mid '90s?
Fuck.
The Wizards?
Before they were the Wizards, yeah. You know what they used to be called back in like '96.
96?
96, 97.
I don't remember.
You know what? I gotta be sure I'm looking. Hold on. Let me see if that's actually the team I'm actually thinking of.
Right. But I will say, man, I mean, I know a lot of people came out, fans, who didn't know Kobe Bryant personally or never met him.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. People who didn't know him personally were just fans. Like were saying they were sad and crying and everything. Like mine was more shock because it's like it just literally came out of nowhere.
Well, I feel like that's like the last person you would expect that to happen to.
Yeah, I know.
It was random. It was really.
I thought it was fake.
Someone texted me that day and said TMZ.com, Kobe Bryant dead in a helicopter crash. I'm like, hold up, what?
Yeah.
That was just as random. It was just as random as like Michael Jackson just suddenly dying.
Right. Yeah.
Like that was like, what the hell?
I remember that too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
when he died.
He had disease or anything like that, and like it was leading up to that. No, it's just like
I remember the day. I remember the day it happened. I remember I was just home it was during summer vacation. We just came home from Hershey, and my parents went out for dinner for somebody, and I was watching my sister when she was younger, and we ordered the pizza and all that stuff, and they said, Michael, and I'm like, here, see the news, Michael Jackson passed away.
I was at work when it happened.
Yeah, I was working at the time. And we had a radio. We had a radio on. We listened to music.
That was before I started my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, that hit me hard.
We had a radio, so we're just to listen to music. We would listen to music every day. Where I used to work out at the time, and all of a sudden the guy, when they're going to commercial break, the disc jockey guy, all of a sudden he reports that first he reported Michael Jackson's the hospital.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later he reported that he passed away. I was like, wait, what? Michael Jackson?
I'll tell you what, though, 2009 was really a strange year for deaths. Because you figure
every year. Strange.
I that 3 day span was weird because on the same day you had Farrah Fawcett passing away, and then Michael Jackson passed away, and then a few days later Billy Mays passed away.
Yeah.
The OxyClean commercials.
Yeah.
I remember that too. And on top of that, too,
if you were just a semi TV watcher, you know who Billy Mays was.
I mean, who didn't know who Billy Mays was? Billy Mays here with OxyClean.
Yeah.
And what's even more sad is that a few months later we would lose Swayze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
There's a good. Have you guys seen that documentary? It's called "I Am Patrick Swayze." That one that just came out not too long. It was last year, but
I seen the "I Am Chris Farley" one, but not the
Patrick Swayze one's great because I didn't even know that he was struggling with alcoholism and things like that. Yeah,
I kind of feel like how I never knew Robin Williams was suffering from a cocaine problem.
Yeah,
you don't know. You don't know the person personally. How can you know?
No, I know.
Well, the thing is, Robin Williams. Well, the case with Robin Williams is he hit it so well because he was just so lively and just so funny, and you never would have expected a guy to have problems like that, and it didn't seem that way. But you never know what goes behind closed doors, though.
Mm-hmm. Another one that took me by surprise was when Wes Craven passed away.
Oh, that was a surprise to me too.
Yeah, that was.
Even though they said that he had brain cancer, I mean, we didn't know because it wasn't public.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about it until the day he passed away.
I know they announced it.
I'll tell you what, though, what one death really shocked me? Heath Ledger.
Yeah, that's another one.
That was another one. I remember I remember before I moved to this house, I used to live in a row home on another street, and we had this kitchen radio that you can put CDs in and listen to music and all that stuff. You can listen to the radio, and it just came. We had pizza night that night, and came over the radio. Heath Ledger dead at the age of 28. I'm like, wait, what? He's going to be in the Batman movie coming out this year. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, honestly, there are three guys that when it comes to the time where they do pass away, I'm gonna be so down. It's not even gonna be funny. And that's Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Harrison Ford.
Right.
Those three guys, I'm gonna be dead, honestly.
Man, I really hope Stallone and all them aren't next.
Yeah.
Because I remember my buddy telling me not that long ago, it's you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
And that's what that's been one of the main discussions of after Kobe and his daughter passed away. And it's created this discussion and the people don't really talk about that much, but it's the life is precious, life is too short. Appreciate him, every day you get to live. Stuff like that.
Well, look at Paul Walker.
You never. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be driving to work, a place you work at. You drive all the time, and all of a sudden something can happen. You never know.
I know.
Yeah, That was another one that surprised me.
Fragile. That's what it is.
I'll tell you what, that was another one that surprised me was Paul Walker.
Mhm.
That was another one that surprised me.
That's one of the ones where I found out the minute it was first reported. I looked at him like, I was like, no way. Like,
It was kind of like with Jackass.
yeah. You're thinking like, okay, car accident. This is a hoax. Like, oh, Paul Walker car goes Fast and Furious, right?
It's kind of.
It's real.
I felt the same way when Roy Halladay passed away back 3 years ago.
Speaking of Jackass, like I can't believe Steve-O is actually in recovery right now. Like he's actually sober.
Yeah.
Mm.
I never thought he would ever be.
And what's sadly enough, did you see that there's a baseball player right now currently in critical condition?
Yeah, who is it?
Tony Fernandez.
Oh, okay.
Played for he's the all-time hits leader for the Toronto Blue Jays. Apparently he's not doing good. He said he's not going to pull through.
What happened to him?
I think he's had kidney problems the last couple years.
Oh, that just scares me because.
How old is he? Oh,
57.
Because he's retired.
Oh yeah, he retired. I think that he last played in the majors like 2001.
Mm-hmm.
He actually beat us in the World Series in '93 with the Blue Jays. What's funny enough, you guys know a lot about baseball, about like baseball players.
I mean, I don't know a lot, but
I'm talking about like names of players and
in the past.
Yeah, like past players.
Well, it depends who it is. Yeah.
Well, this is from like the '90s, so maybe you might know who they are.
Yeah, maybe.
Because there was a trade that went down between San Diego and Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
and San Diego received Fred McGriff and Tony Fernandez.
Okay.
In return, the Blue Jays got Roberto Alomar and Joe Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that trade, they ended up winning 2 rings in a row for the World Series. They ended up winning one in '92, and they beat us in '93. '93, if you watch that Game 6, that's a heartbreak.
Yeah.
You collect baseball cards, Thomas?
I have a pretty decent selection of baseball cards, yeah.
My brother has a ton of like old school baseball. He has like the trays, like the white cardboard trays.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he has so much. I probably should just send them to you and just let you have them.
My brother has he had a bunch of old baseball cards from like the '90s.
One of my favorite cards that I own is
I don't know what they are now, though.
Pete Rose. One of my favorite cards that I own is a Pete Rose card.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I think one of my favorite, it was basketball, was a Sean Kemp rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sean Kemp.
Yeah. He was the only player I really liked from the Sonics.
Uh-huh.
I also really like Gary Payton.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, Crazy Joe says working on a new Jackass. Yeah, they announced another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not 5, 4, right? Jackass 4.
Well, Bam, I wonder how Bam's gonna. From what I hear, Bam is actually not even doing good. He's like kind of all over the place.
I don't know.
Well, on top of that too, Ryan Dunn's passed away.
Yeah.
Don Vito passed away.
Crazy Joe says I have a Ricky Henderson rookie card. That's cool. The glove.
One of the best players that ever played baseball.
My dad has a signed baseball by Ozzie Smith.
Great shortstop.
Yeah.
And you talk about one of the best gloves in the game. Ozzie Smith is one of the top ones ever.
Mm-hmm.
Great defense guy. Fantastic defense. I mean, I have many autographed memorabilia myself. I mean, I have a Mike Schmidt signed baseball.
Oh, by the way, Thomas, I did see your Astros video. I agree they should be stripped from the fucking title.
Yeah, they really should be stripped of their title. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
I mean, it pisses me off more because the fact
the Dodgers deserve 2 rings. That means Chase Elliott could be wearing 3 rings on his fingers.
I think about it now, like how I felt when the Astros won the World Series back in 2017, and when they beat the Dodgers. I was heartbroken, honestly, dude. And like to find out now that the Astros cheated, that pisses me off, man. Like they should be stripped from the title. I'm not saying give the title to the Dodgers, but like teams too. Just vacate the title.
I'm a Phillies fan and all that stuff. And I listened to the At the Yard podcast, Phillies, which is with Corey Simon and Ricky Pitalik, a great podcast show. And they had a show recently where they talked about the cheating scandal. And Michael Barkan, who's a sports commentator analyst over here, said he said straight out that they should be stripped of their title.
Yeah.
And Ricky Bo's like, is it really worth it? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, why? He's like, because the players had knowledge.
Yeah. And it's disrespect to the game. Like
the horror man ain't gonna like to hear about that. Patriots.
I'll tell you what, Michael Barkan said it best about this cheating scandal. I mean, the guy asked him, do you think the reaction from the general public is an overreaction? Is it the right reaction? He said it's completely the right reaction. He said it's kind of sad that this is what it's come down to.
Not only were they stealing signs, but I've seen videos on this, like what you mentioned, the like hitting the what was it? Hitting something like ting ting, making noise.
Yeah, they were hitting the trash can.
The whistles, and not just that, like the what they had something inside the jerseys. The players.
Oh yeah, they had like. And did you see when Jose Altuve hit the walk-off home run?
Yeah.
My jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would he say, "Don't rip open my jersey"?
I know. And I seen pictures where you see something sticking out in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
sad what it's come down to, isn't it?
Those players should be removed.
I'll tell you, well, it cost the GM and the manager their jobs.
Because if Pete Rose is banned for life, why aren't these guys banned for life?
And Pete Rose got banned for life for fucking gambling.
I know.
Let me ask you guys something. What is your stance on the whole kneeling thing in football?
It's not that big a deal.
See, the thing is, I kind of think it's disrespectful because my dad is a veteran.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think standing for the flag, I understand their cause, but I still think you need to respect the people who fought for the country.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's definitely people should just stand and respect the United States of America.
If you have your own agenda and in your own opinion on things, that's fine. But I still think you should leave that somewhere else and
just do it for the American flag. Like,
I know Crazy Joe's gonna agree with you guys. But like I think like you know what though? I actually talked to a veteran about this, like who works with me in my job, and I asked him about that. I wanted to know his perspective. I asked him like, what do you think of football players kneeling to the flag? And he said they have the right to do it.
Yeah, but that's the problem with today's world is that they're all so goddamn sensitive. Back then, when in football, everyone stood for the flag, and even and this goes with schools too. Our schools don't even say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore.
Oh, yeah, lucky you. Really, I didn't know that.
But
I have no idea about that either.
Like, I honestly take that to heart because I just the veterans, and I just think they get shit on half of the time. It's not right. It really is not right.
I mean,
I don't look at it as them shitting. I don't look at it as them shitting on the veterans.
Well, it's being disrespectful for the people who, if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have the fucking opinion to kneel. They wouldn't even be playing football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. But then again, like,
I still think.
Yeah, but I don't like that whole kneeling thing and all that stuff. I think it's, just stand for the flag and stand together as one.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, like, express your own opinion, like, do that behind closed doors. Like, don't be doing that, like, on live TV. And
Yeah.
But if it's a political stance, it's not going to be private, though.
I mean, people can have whatever belief they want, but I just feel like they just do it out of respect for the United States and just stand together for the flag.
Yeah, it's almost like you're whatever state you have. The point is, you are here in America. The American flag is the flag. People fought for your freedom. You should respect that.
Mhm.
That's my point. But that's how I see it.
You definitely have a good point. Definitely.
I was gonna actually say, like, when I went to the Milwaukee game last year, when they were doing the national anthem, like everybody, including the people that were working, like the food snacks and all that, they stopped working so they can like pay attention to like the national anthem. I didn't know that. Yeah, because we're trying to get food like when that was happening, and then like the workers like literally all stopped at once and just like
Yeah.
stopped for the national anthem. Which I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, like, whether you agree or not, they do have the right to do that. You know what I mean? It's like
They have the right. No, there's no argument there. But you
I
should.
mean, like, they definitely have the right. Whatever. But
I mean, I have the right to take a shit and piss in my yard, but should I do it? I mean,
well, no, it's illegal.
not in your yard.
it's on your own property.
If I'm on my own property, I can do what I want.
Okay, I don't think that's a word. I don't know.
Yeah,
Then
but
again,
Rob, we take a crap in the backyard now.
I mean, to me,
Fucking Harley Army from Saving Silverman. Oh, we take a crap. I like that about you, son.
I mean, to me, it
Smart
would
thinking,
be
fellas. Smart thinking.
to me it would be disrespectful if they like actually kneeled on the flag. Like if they had the flag on the ground, they kneeled on it. Like that would be disrespectful.
How about that? Did you see all that controversy about the United States of America, the USA women's soccer team stepping on the flag?
See, like that's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful, but I still think you should stand together to respect the flag. I mean, are the people kneeling still respecting the flag, or are they not respecting the flag?
Kneeling during the national anthem, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see it as disrespect unless you're actually stomping on the flag, and saying.
No, I get that. I guess there's many ways you can disrespect it, but
I feel like the USA
flipping off the flag during the national or anything like that.
I mean, let's just be honest here. We haven't heard of this kneeling thing until when did that start happening? Like last year or the year before?
Was it 2 years ago? Wasn't it?
It was all about Colin Kaepernick. That's who.
Oh yeah, like 2 years ago, about around that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it just shows you how sensitive this world is today. We never heard of that until a couple of years ago. Where has it been all this time? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean,
like if you call a transvestite, like perfect example, Caitlyn Jenner, right? You can't call. You have to call him a her. Now, if you don't call him or her, then that's wrong. You can't do that.
Or you're opening a can of worms in that one.
but I'm saying it's so sensitive. Yeah. People back then, they'd be like, you were born with a penis, you're a guy.
Get a drink.
Okay, Crazy Joe says if it's about the police brutality, what does the flag have to do with it? I mean, because it happens in America, because that's really the only thing.
But I mean, then again,
going back to the flag.
If there's police brutality, why would they have to kneel at a football game though? Why not just go? Why not protest in front of the Congress or something? Like instead of, you know what I'm saying? Like you're playing a football game, you should be there with your team, respecting the flag before the game. That's how it's always been, and it's like, there's an agenda to change it. That's how I don't know. Whatever your reasons are, everyone has their own opinions, but I still think in the end they should respect the country they live in. Well, maybe they do. I don't know what they're thinking, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
the whole kneeling the flag thing, like that's I haven't heard about that in like almost a year now.
Yeah, it's kind of
Died down.
It kind of died off a little bit,
Right.
but
I'm guessing there's just too much backlash and all that.
yeah.
But I mentioned we briefly mentioned Fast and Furious. Now the new trailer to Fast and Furious 9 came out. What did you guys think?
It can't be any worse than Hobbs and Shaw.
Right. But
I don't know. It just seems like it's entertaining. I'm not jumping for joy. I mean, I will see it probably when it comes out on Blu-ray.
mm-hmm. What do you think of the retconning?
Like, give me an example.
Han not being dead. That's a
Well,
huge retcon.
I guess it depends on how they explain it. If it's good enough, then I'll buy it. But
Because I think what happened was they knew they fucked up on making Jason.
it's fan service.
They knew they fucked up by making Jason Statham's character a good guy. So I was like, oh fuck, how we justify that? Let's just say Han's not dead. It's all good now. Like,
They'll probably explain it somehow where Deckard, like maybe Jason Statham pulls Han from the wreckage on the other side.
but does that make? Why was he trying to kill the other characters in 7 then? If that's the case.
Like I said, if they can explain it to where it's believable, then
Yeah, but he was in the side of the car when it blew up.
no. But we didn't see that though. We saw him
again.
We saw him inside the car, but then you see what's his name, Lucas, walking up to the car, and it takes a little while. He could have been pulled out the other end, the other side.
But even like when they show that scene again in 7 or was it 6?
They showed it again in 7
when we saw that it was Jason Statham's character.
Yeah, he ran into Han's car. He gets out. He talks to Dom on the phone and hangs up. But they don't show any. See, there's that gray area where they can extend the scene to make it believable. I think they can do that, but like I said, is it going to be stupid?
You see him inside the car. Jason Statham throws the necklace at him, like towards him, walks away, and we see the car blow up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a gray area where they could fill that in with some story, but I doubt it's going to make any sense. It just if it does, it does. If it don't, I really wouldn't lose sleep over it. I don't really, I'll just see it for what it is, and that's a mindless action flick. Because to me, it hasn't been the same since Paul Walker passed.
Yeah,
he was really the heart and soul of the films.
He was. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. I can't believe they got what's her name back?
Oh, Jordana Brewster?
No. Goddamn, I can't think of her name. Who was in Fast 8 or Fate of the Furious? The villain.
Oh, Charlize Theron?
Yeah, they got her. She's back.
Yeah, didn't she escape in 8? Right?
Yeah, she didn't die.
Yeah, she escaped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Isn't it like, I'll get you next time?
In my opinion, Hobbs and Shaw shouldn't have never been made.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of a movie.
Movie, so I was like, whatever.
It's just because Rock and Vin Diesel had beef, but I heard they squashed the beef now.
Yeah, but Tyrese was trying to beef with The Rock.
Yeah. Well, he kind of had a point, though. Tyrese kind of had a point. I think The Rock tries to. I think he's got such kind of a big ego. He tries to take over things, and I understand where Tyrese is coming from because Tyrese
is full of shit.
He is full of shit. A lot of stuff, but I think he has a point though. About the franchise, like they are all kind of like a family. Like they've been there since the beginning. Rock joined in part 5?
Yeah.
So it's like I think he does have a good point.
5 is the best one.
Five is the best. Yeah, well,
What's your guys' favorite Fast movie?
I just said it 5.
I don't know. I have
5
a
and
thing.
6 to me. 5 and 6 is the best one.
I like Tokyo Drift a lot.
Tell you. I honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise.
The reason I like Tokyo Drift though is because it's about the racing.
Right. It's
Wait,
exclusive.
which one did Rob say he was a fan of?
Tokyo Drift. That's the third movie.
Tokyo Drift. I don't mind Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
What's the worst one?
I'd say part 2 or 4.
I say 2.
Or
Part 2.
nah,
Tyrese
Tyrese is really funny too.
That's like the one good thing I can say about Part 2.
2 is so goddamn corny though. Like
It
when they
is.
jump
Both
over
of them
that
are
bridge
corny.
in the beginning, it's like a CGI car.
Right. Yeah. That stuff does suck about it. It's not that great. To me, like for me, the only really good ones are 5 and 6. Really, honestly.
I think they're the best ones.
Those are the ones like I like genuinely like actually like.
There are elements of 7 and 8 that I like, but as a whole movie, I don't think it works too well.
No, I think 5 and 6 are definitely better than 7.
I see. Like I go back to the first one because like I saw that a lot back in the day when I was on cable. They would show it like all the time, and
I still like the first one. I still like it.
It's pretty deep.
The new Harley Quinn movie,
Birds of Prey. Oh, we discussed this. Crazy Joe, have you seen our shows in the last few years? We discussed this to fucking death already.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just reiterate. Okay, Harley Quinn is not part of the Birds of Prey. She shouldn't even be there. The Birds of Prey, I think they screwed them up. Huntress looks like a fucking, I don't know what the hell they did with her. Black Canary, I guess, looks okay, but where's Batgirl at? They're not going to do it. They're just going to have Harley there. So I don't know. I kind of feel it's like a Harley Quinn movie with the Birds of Prey kind of like in the background, so to say.
I do think Harley Quinn's in like 90% of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, she's 90% of the trailer.
Well, that's because it sells. That's because it sells. They want to see her. They don't want to see.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when people think of Suicide Squad, they think of Harley Quinn.
Right.
Yep.
Because she was really the standout of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's sad because I think Jai Courtney was fantastic in that. And,
he's gonna be back in Suicide Squad too.
yeah, I know, but I'm just going off the point he's saying is that Harley Quinn was what everyone wanted to see,
right?
And it leaves the other characters kind of like in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Jai Courtney was an underrated character in the Suicide Squad. I really do. I can say that.
Yeah.
I will see.
I thought he was hilarious.
I know this doesn't mean much because early reviews a lot of times are always positive, but they've been positive for Birds of Prey, so I was like, I don't know.
So hey, maybe it's a well balanced.
Like I said, I'll see it, but
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Me and my buddy plan on going to go see it when it opens, so I'll definitely let you guys know what I thought. And when does it come out? February?
Comes out next week.
Yeah.
February 7th, right? Or 6th?
Yeah.
It comes out in a few days.
And that's the weekend I get the new dog, so.
Oh, you get a new dog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
We're picking her up February 8th, Saturday.
Do you have a dog already, or?
Yes.
He walks the dog all the time. That's why he's late.
Sleeping right now, so.
Oh.
He's all pooped out from today.
Mm-hmm.
He had a long day.
Yeah. Crazy Joe here likes Suicide Squad. I don't hate it. It's just like.
Well, I liked it when I first saw it, but after we're watching it again, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, you have like 7 posters of it.
Well, the thing is, when I bought those posters, that was before the movie came out.
Jared Leto crushed it for me.
Sure.
I got it in like July or June of 2016.
All that chit chat's gonna get you hurt.
Oh yeah, when I was talking about Suicide Squad, when I said the scene that really clicked with me that this Joker wasn't working. I meant to say the scene at the club when it was the scene where he kills the guy.
Oh, for looking at Harley?
Yeah, that scene.
That's your woman, dog.
I remember at the theater, I was like, okay, I was trying to wrap my head around, like, something's not right, man. I'm like, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
He told him that he's like, oh, look at her, like, isn't she, and then the Joker like stares at him like he's doing something wrong.
Oh, he called her a bitch. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad bitch.
But still, they got that wrong because Joker would never. It's always Harley who's clinging to Joker. It's never Joker clinging to Harley.
Yeah, Crazy Joe says it was a juggalo Joker.
I can tell you really meant that.
I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad.
And I was looking forward to his take, but I was like, wow. The one thing I did go like, it's too much is the tattoos. I always said that was a mistake.
And those teeth.
Yeah, because I thought there was gonna be like something cool about it, like, oh, Batman knocks his teeth out, and that's what. No, they didn't even fucking mention that.
No,
he has them because I guess he wants to look like Lil Wayne or something.
I think he's gonna do good in Morbius though.
He does look really good in Morbius.
I think he's gonna do good there.
Yeah, speaking of that, there was the other trailer, the Morbius trailer.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Hey, look, sneaky Sony. They put
Michael Keaton is the Vulture. Oh my!
Just to get some,
They're gonna bring the Sinister Six together.
Right, and you're gonna have Tom Holland Spider-Man in there eventually.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, like, from what I read, like, they're allowed to mention Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man characters, but they're not allowed to mention, the other MCU stuff.
Well, what's kind of funny is if you remember the Sinister Six, they were trying to do that with the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Right, and it didn't work out.
And they failed miserably because the second didn't make as much money as the first movie.
Yeah.
See, that
made a lot less, and it cost a lot more.
I feel it was like Spider-Man 3 territory right there, like cramming so much shit in one movie.
It was like Spider-Man 3 mixed with Batman Forever.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it. Because Amazing Spider-Man 2, what did you have? You had Spider-Man, you had Gwen Stacy, you had Elektra, Rhino, and Green Goblin.
And you had all set up Sinister Six and all that stuff.
Spider-Man 3, you had Sandman, you had Venom, you had the new Goblin, Gwen Stacy, and Mary Jane, and Peter, and
okay, Crazy Joe wants to know what's the latest in Candyman. Any new info on the plot?
I haven't heard anything.
The only recent thing I heard was they were having a test screening for it, but I've not even heard what happened with that.
I did hear though some info on Halloween Kills though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I was actually like looking up some like how do you hell do you get to a test screening? Like, and then I looked up, okay, you have to like sign up in a website, and then eventually, they'll invite you randomly if you're lucky enough. And if you live in the nearby and they invite you, you can go on there and go on test screen.
I don't think they have any around here, do they?
They probably have one in Chicago, maybe. Maybe. No.
Well, I heard that this Halloween Kills is going to be the goriest, and it's going to be like with the most deaths. Yeah,
and I also heard like it's Halloween 2 and 4 mix, but like on steroids or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Rob
the thing about Candyman, a Crazy Joke. The thing I'll say, like, you'll probably see a new trailer this week.
Do you think we might see one during the Super Bowl? Maybe
a teaser, if anything.
At least, yeah.
Not Super Bowl, maybe like later in the month.
And go Niners, by the way. Go Niners.
Yeah, like I think they're gonna win.
Because I think San Francisco's got a really great defense, but Kansas City got a better offense.
I'm just happy it's not the Patriots.
Thank fucking God, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Fuck them assholes. I'm looking forward to see like what movie trailers they're gonna have in Super Bowl. But the thing is like they freaking they already had a Fast and Furious 9 trailer. I thought they were gonna wait till Sunday for that, but I guess not. Yeah, because usually the first Fast and Furious trailer always premieres in Super Bowl. Then a few movies. At this time, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, Crazy Joe, I know you joke about crazy. You joke about Candy Ma'am, but remember the first movie, Helen? She became, in a way, Candy Ma'am. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second movie, they completely ignored that.
I know.
And what's kind of funny is the Scream. You know how Scream Factory had a release of Candyman 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's kind of funny is that there's an interview on there with Veronica Cartwright, and she barely even talks about Candyman 2.
Really? What's she talking about then?
She talks about when she was in The Birds and Alien, and just about like her career before she did Candyman 2.
And the after.
She hardly.
Next question.
He hardly talked about it, or
really,
was never even really brought up.
Put it on there then. You're not talking about the movie. You're promoting the damn whatever.
Do they have Candyman 3 on Scream Factory yet?
No.
I
don't think you ever will, because Tony Todd doesn't like Candyman 3.
Yeah, I know it.
So you're probably not going to get. I mean, if you do a Scream Factory release of that, you're not going to get Tony Todd.
Yeah.
You might get the director, you might get the writers or the producers, you might get what's her name, Erica, the Playboy model.
Crazy Joe, yeah. The new one is probably gonna ignore the sequels.
They do that all the time now.
Yeah. From what I heard, they got a new actress to play Helen, so they're just gonna follow the first movie.
And if you guys know me, when we did our top 5 horror film show, Candyman was in my top 5.
Right, yeah.
How much I love the first Candyman. I think it's a classic.
And yeah, it's Jordan Peele writing and producing, so I trust him.
Jordan Peele got a great track record with Get Out and Us, so really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do with this. I really am looking forward to seeing what
he's not directing it, is he?
No, he's not.
No.
He just wrote it and produced it. So it's going to have his touches,
Hey, maybe this will be a remake that's actually pretty damn good for once.
It's not a remake though.
Or a reboot, or
it's going to reintroduce the old fans, but it's also going to introduce
any idea who whatchamacallit's going to be the new Candyman, the guy that played Black Manta and Aquaman?
Yeah, but they have Tony Todd back.
But I'm just saying, like, does anybody know who the guy that played as Black Manta from Aquaman, like what his role is going to be?
The thing is, like, I know, but like the thing is, like, everyone thought he was going to be Candyman, the new Candyman, and then like they got Tony Todd back. But it's like, so who's the other guy playing? Like, maybe a fake Candyman.
Crazy Joe says Candyman was solid. It's in his top 10.
Oh yeah,
it's a great movie.
I'm guessing like he made the guy from Aquaman, like he's probably gonna be fake Candyman.
Get out of my way, bitch.
Crazy Joe's a huge Freddy fan, so he'll like that. Which I don't know, Thomas. I don't know if you noticed when his lights were off, it made for a good silhouette.
I do agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Roger say he had to pee?
I think so, but hopefully he doesn't have the runs.
Like I certainly did.
But yeah, we'll see, man. Like I'm looking forward to see how the footage looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to with Jordan Peele's touches and all that stuff. I mean,
yeah. And yeah, Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe. The new Candyman might be a little woke. Who knows? Get ready for that. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Also, it's gonna be interesting to finally see Bill and Ted 3 footage. Like,
yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with that.
Alex Winter said like a month ago or like 2 months ago that the marketing should start like around February, and we're in February, so it's pretty nearby.
Yeah.
We'll see. See what else.
I mean, what else is there? Let's see.
I tried. It hasn't come out like at all yet. Well, I know Halloween Kills, but like it's still too early. It's still too early for like for Halloween Kills trailer. Why is your video? That's weird. I know, never mind.
Thanks, Crazy Joe. Yeah, I've had it for a while.
Junebug films here.
He is Spartacus.
You're Spartacus? Okay. Nice to meet you, Spartacus.
I want to get a Michael Myers one.
Yeah.
Now, where did you get that from, Rob?
Okay, so Alex might know. Let's see. There's
What?
Peru. You ever been to Peru, Illinois? Okay, so you've heard of it though, right? Have you heard of Peru?
Yeah.
Okay. Up there, there's a mall that had movies. I don't remember. It's just like a store in the mall. It was just like this random store, and in the window they had that, and they had like a Jason one. And so at the time I didn't have cash on me, so I actually took down their website that they had and went on the website and actually ordered it when I got paid one time. So I actually went back to that mall. That store is closed now. They don't have it anymore.
Now, how much was the Freddy standee right there?
This was like $40.
It's not bad for $40.
No. Yeah.
Crazy Joe wanted to know if it was a Suncoast.
No, it was just like a random. It was actually, you could compare it to a Suncoast, but it was just some random like mom and pop shop in the mall.
Yeah.
They sold movies, like used movies, some new ones, and like T-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I would have gotten the Jason one.
I would have.
The Jason one, let's see, I'm trying to remember what, I think it was part 6 or part 7.
Oh, okay.
It might have been part 7 because he was decayed more. It might have been part 7.
Right.
Or was it part 9?
No, it was definitely not part 9. The thing is, the Jason one was a little bit more because he was taller. It was actually bigger than Freddy.
Okay, so it's probably
So that one was like, I think 60,
right.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Every time like there's an article about Friday 13th, the picture of Jason they always use is most of the time is from part 7. Or
Yeah.
from Jason.
When his face shows.
No, not the face. It's when like he's got the axe and he's about to kill Melissa.
Okay.
That image, they always I noticed that.
Oh yeah, like when he's like this. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that image.
I think they used that on the NES game, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Keen Hunter brought that up when he in his documentary about like that he appreciates that they use his Jason like a lot of times, you know.
Dude, I remember playing that NES game back when I was a kid.
From what I heard, it's a pretty shitty one.
It's you know what, when you play it now it is kind of like crappy, but I remember being younger, the scary music playing that, and when Jason would pop out, I'm like, oh my god, because at that time I was watching movies. but it was kind of a creepy game for NES.
Now, which game would you say is more crappier, like nowadays, that game or the Freddy game?
I don't know. They're both pretty crappy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably just pick the Friday 13th one to be probably crappier because the Freddy one actually does have some cool like things that happen in it, I guess. But
I mean, Junebug says, would it be an interesting take on a horror movie to have an incredibly hot, promiscuous cheerleader as a lead / final girl in a movie?
Well, they kind of did that with Cheerleader Camp, right?
Right.
With
That's
Betsy
not
Russell.
often they do it.
I completely forgot that was Betsy Russell before she was in Saw. Cheerleader Camp, yeah.
Well, they've had there's independent horror films out there that do have cheerleaders as the leader, like final girl. I actually have a few of them.
Gotta refill my iced tea.
Never do it like in a mainstream horror film.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's against the rules. Crazy Joe says, I have an NES homebrew called Freddy vs. Jason. It's Donkey Kong and Mario, and Freddy and Jason is Donkey Kong throwing barrels. What?
Oh, so it's it's like a hacker. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember there was an online game. It was like way back when fucking MySpace was a thing, and it was Jason killing elves. Do you remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
I kind of.
Yeah. And I remember there was like an elf on the roof who would throw presents to hit Jason.
Yeah.
It was a fun game, but it was like easy.
Dude, I got the NES Classic right here.
Yeah, cool.
And I hacked this thing. I got every single NES game ever made on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hacked it, so I got all the games.
Okay.
And to be honest, I play this probably more than any new games that come out, like for the PlayStation 4. I don't know what it is. Like, there's just some classic games on here.
Oh, like the nostalgia. Yeah.
Well, that too, but they're so simple. Like, you just jump right into playing like Double Dragon or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Crazy Joe says that he has that too.
Yeah, that's a cool thing to have, especially if you can hack it and get all the games.
Bug says, did anybody ever play the Evil Dead video games?
Oh, for the PlayStation. I think you mean the PlayStation. I never played them, but I know exactly what he's talking about.
See, for a second there, I thought he meant Resident Evil, but no, he didn't show me.
Neon games, I love the Silent Hill games.
You still have a PlayStation 1, don't you, Thomas? I think I seen it in your video.
I do. That was the first system I ever had.
How many games do you think you own for that?
About 40 of them.
Wow.
And those are pretty rare. I mean, there's a video game store not that far from me, and the store that I go to, I mean, they have PS1 games in there. Like, most of them are like $1.99.
Wow.
And what's really cool is I think that I really appreciate the game store for doing this. I think it's called Video Game Junk. What they do is before you buy them, like, they might have scratches and dirt on them. They clean them so thoroughly. I mean, I think the last time I was in there, I bought like 3 PS1 games for like $1.99 a piece. I think it was buy 2 get 1 free. So I think it was like $3 and change for 3 games. And they clean them so thoroughly. I think I was waiting like 25 minutes for them to clean off all the discs. Mm-hmm. They clean them so well. I mean, when I looked on the back, they looked like they were brand new out of the case.
That's kind of rare because PlayStation 1 discs, man, they scratch so easily.
They do. I can tell you some of the titles that I own for the PS1.
Okay.
I own lot of the NHL games like NHL 98, NHL 99, NHL 2000, NBA Live 96, and Slam and Jam 96 with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson. I also own, what was it, Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I love that game when I was a kid, and I still do love that game. It's actually pretty damn good based on the movie. I think it's a pretty damn good game. Then I also own the first 2 games I ever owned for my PS1, because I got PS1 for Christmas, and the first 2 games I ever received were Tom and Jerry House Hunt and NBA Live 2002. Those are the first 2 games that I owned for my PS1.
I played the NBA Live games like for the Super Nintendo all the time. Those are pretty good.
I think one of my personal favorite basketball games for the PS1 was NBA Jam Extreme.
Oh, I love NBA Jam, especially the original NBA Jam.
Great game.
Yeah.
Other PS1 games that I also own Frank Thomas's Big Hurt Baseball.
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm. I love the whole the what do you call it, the theme song menu music. Damn.
There's a couple games on the NES, baseball games. One of them called Baseball Stars, which is fantastic.
Now, is there a game on there called Tommy Lasorda Baseball?
No, there's a Roger Clemens Baseball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's actually not too bad either. But Baseball Stars, what's cool is like you can create your own teams, and like they have, like Babe Ruth, like some of the awesome players, and you can put them on a team and then go against, the computer or a second player, which is really cool. I mean, the controls are awesome. On the D-pad, the regular, I want to say like, the actual control, like, so it's kind of like, okay, first base, second base, it's so easy. You just put that and, that's it. So
what's kind of funny is the way that the Frank Thomas's Big Hurt Baseball controlled. When you try to throw a base, you throw to each base. You got to use the. What's kind of funny is you had to use on the directional pad on the PS1. You had to indicate what base you were throwing it to.
Yeah.
Say like in order to throw to first base, you got to hit the circle button and the right on the D-pad. Throw to second base, triangle, the up on the D-pad. Third base, left square. Throw it to home, you got to hit the down button and the X button. And I love those games too, where you can play as like the classic all-stars like Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, and I remember too, like, and even in the new MLB games like MLB The Show and all that stuff, you can actually do that. You can play as the NL, the Golden Era All-Stars or the Silver Era All-Stars, and people like Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner and Lou Brock and Joe Morgan, Mike Schmidt, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Pee Wee Reese. I mean, you got so many great iconic players. Yogi Berra, that's another one that you can play as too.
Like, I was always good at those baseball games, but I always sucked at trying to steal base. I always got caught. I was never that good.
I always suck at that too.
Yeah. Every time it was like I would try to steal base and they always get me. Like, fuck. So I didn't really try that much, really.
No, but it's interesting. Like I own a PS4, but it's like I pretty much only use that for like Netflix and like Blu-ray, watching Blu-rays and stuff. And it's like I play these older systems more. Even my kids, they're 5. That's when I first started to play when I first got NES, I was 5. And playing Mario is like the simplest thing, even though it is a little challenging. Like my kids are sitting there playing. There's only 2 buttons. Like they're playing it, and it's just like the best thing ever. Like when I see that, it's probably the best investment I've ever made as far as games go.
Oh yeah, man. I did play a lot of Mario and Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I wasn't really good, but it was fun playing them.
Yeah, you just get right into the action.
Yeah. The music's always great too.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
You know, it's funny. You mentioned the main menu on PS1 games. One time, one of my cousins had like the WCW video game on PS1. He took
Oh,
the
yeah.
he took the disc, put it in a stereo, and it started playing the menu music, which that was
Yeah,
funny. What the hell?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
We're just laughing because that was weird. We're just laughing.
you're playing what, Alex?
That and the old WCW PS1 game. One of my cousins took the disc, put it in the stereo, and the CD player, and then it was playing the menu music.
You can do that. You can do that with a lot of PS1 games. You can put it in the stereo. Yeah.
I remember tried doing that in the PS2 games, and it didn't work. I wanted to listen to the music because I also played a lot of WWE games on the PS2.
One of my favorite PS1 games that I loved growing up as a kid, and I still love to this day, is Crash Bash.
Oh,
Crash Bandicoot?
Which was Crash Bash, which is basically like Mario Party, but with Crash characters.
I remember that. I think I remember that.
Like the mini games and you have Crash and Cortex and Tiny and.
I hate playing with other people, especially if they're better than me, because I gotta be honest, I was a sore loser.
You'd be like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, I was trying to justify my lose. Like, you guys are cheating. Yeah.
You're cheating, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You're mean.
I didn't even say that.
You're blocked.
Yeah.
You get out of here.
Uh-huh.
Fucking John Travolta.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to play video games with him.
Oh my god.
Probably started strangling you with the controller.
We dressed up as
one of those wireless ones.
You're cheating. You know you are. You're cheating.
cheating. You're no good, Mr. Alex Harrow.
Yeah.
You're no good, Mr. Rob Movie Review Time. You're mean.
Uh,
Oh my god.
That's a terrible movie. Yeah, exactly.
What did you hear?
I can't do it on my own.
I wonder if Crazy Joe thought of that on camera.
I don't know if you saw it.
No, like I'm sure he probably heard that though, right?
You probably think it's hilarious.
Does Crazy Joe like fart jokes?
I think so. I'm not certain.
Who doesn't like a good fart joke? I mean, come on.
Yeah, they can be. They can be funny once in a while.
I'm trying to think like other PS1 games that I. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to go up to the room real quick, and I'm going to grab the sleeve.
Yeah, I remember like a few racing games, but I don't remember.
Let me get the collection real quick.
I'm not sure.
I love the Resident Evil game. Like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. Those were like probably the best. One of my favorite series because it was horror, and at that time, I was into horror movies. I can say that franchise was just amazing. I used to like. It'd be like midnight. I'd shut all the lights off. I'd be in the dark playing that game, like Resident Evil, and it's just the effect it has on you. It's just so good. Yeah, I got burnout too. That's why I have these. Like, I don't really have physical games. Like, I just have these. That way I can just be like, oh, I want to play a game today. And just, I don't have to go out and buy shit. Yeah. I can't, dude, some games are fucking expensive. Like, you go and try to buy an NES game for like $50. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Like, no way, man.
Yeah, it's too much. But my favorites were always the fighting games.
Yeah, fighting games were good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are just some of the ones you didn't mention then?
Well, I just figured I'd get the sleeve and all that stuff. So,
right.
Basically, this is the sleeve, right? Kept all the games in. All right, let's see. So we got a lot of sports games. So we got FIFA.
Oh, hell yeah.
FIFA.
Wait,
FIFA.
Junebug said Silent Hill. That's the one I was forgetting.
Yeah, Thomas mentioned that a bit earlier.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have Bubble Double 2 NES. That fucker is worth a lot now. I need to start selling. Yeah, you could.
Bubble 2. Oh, yeah. Especially if you have a complete in box with manual, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of that stuff is like if you have certain NES games, man, that stuff goes for a ton of money.
PS1 games right here. I mean, they go for a lot.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, Thomas, like if you have physical PS1 games, they're so hard to get when they're not scratched. I've seen a lot of them that are scratched, and
I don't have that many, but I can find a few that I do have for PS2.
Were you guys into the Tony Hawk games?
Yes,
I wasn't.
I love.
I think so. I was never into Tony Hawk.
I own Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on PS1. I think those are the only ones I own as of right now.
I played every single Tony Hawk game.
There was a lot of them too.
I'll be right
My favorite. Yeah, I played. What happened?
He said he'd be back.
Oh, okay. So I own Pro Skater 1 for PlayStation 1 and Pro Skater 2 for PlayStation 1. Then I owned Pro Skater 3 and 4 and all that stuff on Xbox. Then there was one on Xbox called Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2X. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
that's the one where they combined all the levels from Pro Skater 1 and 2 and remastered them, and you can play the career mode of both games.
Yeah,
and they added in like extra levels, so they had like 24 levels altogether.
Right.
So that was like a couple levels. So it was basically like an expansion pack of Pro Skater 1 and 2 together. In a way, but it was like more remastered with better graphics and things like that.
Right.
Pro Skater 3 and 4, I love. Pro Skater 3 is probably my second favorite it's probably my second favorite of the franchise.
Here really quick is so here's that one, Pro Skater 1.
And surely enough.
Oh, you have it too. Okay.
There you go.
Yep, and then I have Pro Skater 2.
Mm-hmm. I always thought it was pretty cool. Junebug said American Wasteland was fun. That's actually my favorite of the franchise.
Oh, American Wasteland. Yeah, that was good.
Because I thought that was such a cool premise of building the ultimate skate park.
Yeah.
And Pro Skater 3 was one of my favorites too, because Pro Skater 3, every single time you beat the game, every single time you beat the career mode, you always unlock a special skater. And you never played Pro Skater 3, did you, Rob?
Pro Skater 3, yeah, I played it.
I can only find games right now.
They had like Darth Maul and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Who else? They had Kelly Slater, the Pro Surfer.
Yeah,
which I always thought was really cool.
I'm pretty sure I played all of the Tony Hawk games. I mean, I think I never owned them all, but I played them.
Underground was one of my favorite ones too.
Have you guys played Ape Escape?
No.
It's a pretty good one too.
Yeah, I'll show you some of the ones here I got. Here I got FIFA 2001. This one's actually in my player right now. This one's actually in my player right now. NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, NHL 2000, not 2001. NBA Live 98. This is kind of a funny one right here. This is triple play 98. What's so funny is I was playing this game not that long ago, and basically there's a really funny cheat in this game. There's a really funny cheat. If you ever own this game and you ever play it, he putting this cheat in during the middle of the game. It's so hilarious. So basically what this cheat is, we got to do is you got to hold in all four of the shoulder buttons, and you got to put in a combination, and you'll hear like a ding. And that combination basically you'll be you'll hit a home run no matter what, and you're on the next pitch you see. So what's so funny is the easiest way to do it is so you put the code in first, and then you just lay out a bunt, and then when your guy bunts it, it goes over the wall, and you hit a home run.
Really? Okay.
Junebug said, which Tony Hawk game was basically a Grand Theft Auto clone?
What a good one.
Oh, you mean like where you get to like roam around, like a free roam kind of thing?
The closest one that they got to that without like carrying your skateboard around is American Wasteland, because
you could do a lot in that one.
American Wasteland, you can get off your board and run with your boards, but you can have the ability to throw away your board and just walk around, and then you can always get your skateboard back.
Speaking of codes, do you guys remember the code for NBA Jam where you could play as Bill Clinton?
Yes. I do. Yeah.
I remember the game, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, you could enter a code to be Bill Clinton to play.
Yeah.
I found that so hilarious.
Oh.
This is one of my favorite ones, NHL 98.
These are the only games I can find for PS2. There's MLB.
07, I own that for PSP.
This is the last game I bought. And also bought this from the same year. SmackDown was
I did that.
Yeah.
I got that for PSP as well.
Have you played the ones for PS2, Alex? The Shut Your Mouth.
Yeah, I have. No, was it Shut Your Mouth?
There was Shut Your Mouth, and then
I can't find it. I have that one. Is that Shut Your Mouth game?
Yeah.
The one I played.
Is that the one with Hogan? Hogan was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's using that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Pellet too.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I was big into wrestling games too.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Let me go through the sleeve.
What happened? Like, they had the first two SmackDown games, and then they had the Just Bring It. That was the third one, and then the fourth one was Shut Your Mouth.
Yeah.
And the fifth
There
one
was one after that. There was with Brock Lesnar on the cover.
It was called.
I don't remember what it was called.
He was in.
Oh, Here Comes the Pain. That's what. Yeah.
A lot, really.
Oh yes.
Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, I played Shut Your Mouth probably the most.
Yeah, me too. I remember, like, I would rent it like 3 or 4 times, and then my brother would just buy the stupid game you want to play. I was like, okay, fine.
I wanted to play it just to do the finishing moves, and I wanted to see the entrances.
Yeah, me too. Like, for me, it was always the
wrestling game that I love the most, where you do a lot of finishers, is Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh yeah, Def Jam.
I love Def Jam Vendetta.
It was to watch the entrances and to play the Royal Rumble. That was my favorite thing to do.
And I also really love Def Jam Fight for New York.
I've never played that one.
You guys ever played the WWE game that was like there were monster trucks? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but no, I've never played it.
I've never played them though.
I played it once. That was a weird fucking game. I don't know why they did that. Like, there was like a Stone Cold monster truck with his head. It was weird, dude. It didn't make any sense.
There's also a shitty movie called Monster Trucks as well.
Yeah. Wait, it's not that fucking bad. I don't know.
Fuck Monster Trucks.
Whatever, dude. I've seen way fucking worse.
And Crazy Joe is right. Fight for New York is really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky to get that many years ago for Xbox, and that thing is worth a ton of money. That thing is gold. So anyway, I call this the sleeve of PS1 history. So
some of those regular Xbox games are expensive too.
They are.
I never been big into Xbox.
So Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
I was always a PS PlayStation guy.
I was too, but I actually had an Xbox just because, like, I wanted to see different games, or I wanted to play different.
I did play the Xbox once. I didn't really like it.
Oh, I got pissed when I bought an Xbox 360. It red ringed twice. I had to send it back.
Right.
God, that pissed me off.
See, that would happen on PlayStation, right?
Well, PlayStation had the yellow light of death, or the yellow brick, or whatever the fuck they called it.
Yellow Brick Road?
I don't know. Mine never did it.
Mine did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Sadly, I never knew that existed until when I looked it up.
Yeah.
Which one's that one?
We got Spyro Year of the Dragon.
Oh, okay. I remember that game.
Spyro, yeah.
Remember
Okay.
that.
Year of the Dragon was my favorite of the trilogy.
They had a lot of promotion for that.
Here's two more right here.
Yeah, the Spyro franchise is pretty much it's called Skylanders now.
I remember.
Yeah, here's the other Spyro game that's one of my favorite ones, Ripto's Rage. It's another one of my favorite ones. Here's the NBA game I was talking about, Rob. NBA Dream.
Okay. Yeah.
Bugs Life, pretty not that great of a game, Bugs Life.
Well, all those video games that like they're just to promote the movie were never all that great.
Yeah, most of them weren't.
The weird one right here.
Jam-Pack? Okay.
It's basically like a combination of like demo games.
But didn't people say like the Spider-Man video games were good?
I liked I think Spider-Man 2. Oh wait, no, Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2 was actually pretty good.
Right.
Here's probably the least favorite game I own for my PS1.
Oh, it's
NHL 97.
Yeah. I gotta admit, like I tried playing that game so many times, and I get so frustrated with that because it's really hard to score goals in that game. Because like when you try to shoot the puck, like your player doesn't let go of the play. The controls are really sticky. Like they stick, and the animations are so atrocious. I feel like when you got to like these games, like 2000 and things like that, the animations like were flowed better. And this one, I mean, they were kind of like, okay, so pretend like I'm gonna stand up. This is kind of a really weird demonstration, but okay, so pretend like you're about to go face off with you're gonna in the middle of the ice with the puck.
Right.
So your guy would be standing here. This is the animations. They're like.
They look like you're jerking it.
Yeah.
They're all stiff and things like that. And even when you shoot the puck, like you always miss wide of the net. You never get your shot off. It feels like you barely get anything on your shot.
A lot of those old video games had like dodgy effects like that.
Of like the N64.
Here's a weird one that I own right here.
Super Little too.
How's that?
I did beat the game. Yeah, it was actually not that bad of a game. I actually thought it was pretty decent.
There's a game that's kind of like Resident Evil with Jurassic Park, and it's called Dino Crisis. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I've heard of that.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. I did hear that, yes.
Yeah, I would like always get annoyed when like I would be playing the wrestling games ones, and then like every time you try to get a wrestler, the opponent in a headlock, it will glitch up and their hand will actually go through their heads. It's like just like that.
What always pisses me off about wrestling games is when you get them low enough on their power, and you go to pin them, and they still get up. It's like fuck you, like what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck?
You have to make him pass out, literally.
Yeah. I did like on this, I had the rock this one time, and I did like God, so many rock bottoms on whoever I was fighting. And they still would not get like knocked out or anything. Like, and I would try to pin them. I sucked at those games. I did.
I was actually kind of good in those games. But then again, I always had the easy mode. God damn
it. That's awesome. This brings back memories.
Yeah, turn down memory lane.
Oh, yeah, I remember this fucker right here. Fucking Boogeyman. On WWE for only a bit. I remember him. Just a weird character.
Oh my god.
He was all like freaky looking, and then he will eat worms and shit. Ugh. I never I never understood the point of having like the first blood matches in these games. It's not like they actually they don't really bleed all that much.
Yeah.
I always feel that was a kind of pointless addition in the games.
Well, especially when you do like the hardcore matches.
Right.
Yeah, there's.
I actually like playing the hardcore matches. I like going to different places.
Yeah.
My favorite was always the boiler room.
Freddy's down there.
That or the parking lot. Yeah. It was actually cool. Like, this was around the time when they started adding the voices
Yeah.
to the players.
And what was that, 2007?
2007, yeah. I think they did like the year before already, but it was cool.
I think there was a couple on PlayStation 1. There was like WCW Nitro and then Thunder. Something like that.
Right, yeah. I remember the Nitro game.
Yeah, those were hard as fuck. Like the button combination sucked on that game, but
Yeah, wasn't there one
stiff? They're like fighting like.
Wasn't there one on N64 called WCW versus NWA or something like that?
NWO.
Oh yeah, yeah, NWO. I think.
I don't know if you guys remember this game, but it was like an old WWF game. It was a Royal Rumble game, so that's it. That's all it was, Royal Rumble, and literally.
Oh yeah.
If the characters would collide with each other, they start choking each other. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about the one I think on Super Nintendo called
Yeah.
Royal Rumble. Yeah.
It's hilarious. I would like imitate that because they would make the funniest noise like. Yes. I remember playing other random games on Super Nintendo like Inspector Gadget and
Donkey Kong Country was one of my favorites.
Yeah. I had the game for years, but I lost it, man.
I'm telling you, man. If you ever get your hands on one of these, that's like the Super Nintendo Classics. They have those on here, so
Okay.
just plug it in and play. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You don't have to waste your time going to get games and
because Super Nintendo I have doesn't work anymore. It's broken.
Yeah. My Super Nintendo is so old, like it turned yellow. It looks like someone pissed on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because like last time we tried, like we plugged it in, we did it properly, and then we put to switch the on button. It didn't turn on. It did nothing. I was like, because we wanted to try to play Donkey Kong like one last time, maybe it would turn on. Yeah.
I was more of a Nintendo. Like when I was 5, I got my Nintendo, but then my friend across the street, he got a Sega.
Oh, yeah.
Like he got a Genesis, and I remember always going to his house playing the Genesis. But
Terminator Genesis?
Huh?
Terminator Genesis?
Yeah. Terminator Sega Genesis. Yeah.
Yeah, I played Sega Genesis a little bit.
For some reason, I was always going back to Nintendo though, because I just felt like some of the games had better music and just better games sometimes. Genesis had some cool stuff though.
The only Genesis game I played ever was like the Sonic games. That's it, really.
Sonic games were like the Mario of Nintendo. Yeah. But
which, I mean, are you guys looking forward to the Sonic movie?
I'm not looking forward to it. I'll see it. I mean, it looks like it might.
Curious.
Huh?
It might be fun.
It
might be fun for kids, I guess.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'll see it probably if it just comes out to Blu-ray. I'm not going to go see it in theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll see it out of curiosity, but I'll wait till it comes on home video.
Yeah. I mean, my kids will probably like it, so.
Yeah.
One of my favorite franchises that I ever played was.
It's gonna suck.
Do you think that they?
I gotta admit, my favorite franchise is to play.
Do you think that they fixed Sonic better than it was before, or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever play those, Rob?
What?
You ever play those before those games, the Sly game? Sly Cooper?
Oh, yeah. Oh man, that was a while back. Yeah, how many are there? There's like a couple, aren't there?
There was 4 of them.
Okay.
It was originally a trilogy, and then they made a 4th game like many years later.
Oh, I thought I played the first one.
The Thievius Raccoonus.
Yeah, I just don't remember too much of it. I played a lot of games in my time.
Yeah.
God damn, I think my wings are kicking in.
Your what?
My barbecue wings are working.
Oh, okay.
You guys are lucky you're sitting here right now.
Does that mean he has the shits?
No, it's just it's silent but deadly barbecue wings.
Ah, okay.
Look, you guys don't have smell-o-vision.
But we will in the future.
Yeah, in the future you can smell. Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing like episode, I don't know, maybe like a Movie Busters 100. Like, so anyway, so I thought that scene was really good. I was in, and then, oh god damn it!
We could do a stream alone on just smelling stuff. That'd be funny.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
That will be our most viewed show.
Yeah.
Because the internet loves stupid things. I mean, look at all those videos that would get like millions and millions of views.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is just a simple video. All it takes is the right idea, I guess.
Yeah. I remember like I remember like playing also like a few like CD-ROM games.
Oh
yeah.
I remember like the Sonic Supersonic Racing.
There was I remember the very first PC kind of game that I really got into was Slender Man.
Oh, Slender Man.
Yeah, that was a creepy game.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit. But see, that's it. Try to make a fucking movie out of it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, the idea is good, but it's like,
it's not executed good in the movie.
No.
I like everybody who saw the movie said it sucked.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Nobody did. Nobody. That's why I didn't watch it. I was like, I just want to waste my time.
Yeah. Fuck that movie.
Mm-hmm. Like just watch like a gameplay of the Slender Man video game. That's creepier than like anything like in a trailer.
Yeah. Oh, you play the game. You know, turn the lights out and play the game. It is creepy.
It is.
Creepypasta. That's what it's called, right? That's where it came from.
What?
The Slender Man idea, like creepypasta, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like that's like there's like a bunch of like those like I guess like you call it new urban legends.
Do you remember? that the one that I made, the video I made
About Slenderman?
I played Slenderman, and you remember that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
Remember where he got caught in the wall, and
yeah,
and he got caught in the wall, and I go around the corner. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I remember when he got you. That was creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because he's literally just a faceless figure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole game is literally you going around collecting notes.
What did you say again?
What?
The notes that you would collect.
The notes say different things like "don't look back" and like he's behind you and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to collect 8 notes, but as you collect a note, it gets harder and harder and harder. So I think I don't think I've gotten all 8. I think I got to 7. I think that's the best I did. But,
I bet when you didn't get the 8th, you were probably pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so hard when you get to even 6. I mean, it's so hard because he's always behind you. You know, it's I don't know. I almost think it's I've seen people do it, but I don't know.
But for you, it seems pretty impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could do it if I knew where everything was, if I played through it enough times. But I just don't have the patience, nor do I have the time.
So you guys ready to end the stream?
Or, I mean, we can keep going.
I don't care. I'm fine. What if you? It's up to you.
Because I got nothing else to talk about tonight.
I mean, hey, we took a nice little trip down memory lane for video games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know we don't talk about video games, but it's cool talking about the past.
I do agree.
There's a lot, yeah. I do have a history with them, so it's just been a long time since I played one, you know.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I can feel that definitely.
Yeah. I haven't even played the Friday 13 game. I just don't have it
Oh, you mean the one on the
on PS4 now.
PlayStation? Yeah.
I would like to, but whatever. It sucks because they didn't add everything.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they added Jason X.
Nah, they didn't get a chance to. I was like, yeah, because I was gonna wait until they added everything, then I would start playing. But like,
I was actually getting really good at that game as Jason, but the problem is you don't know. It's all random.
right.
Like you never know when you're gonna get picked as Jason. But I always had a thing when I played Jason. Instead of trying to control all the people right away, I'd always go and destroy all the things that they tried, like the phone, and like I'd always do that first and set traps. So that way, when I do chase after them, they can't do shit.
Yeah.
And so that was always my plan. Every time I was Jason, I always win too.
See, like that's what the character would do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a fun game, but honestly, there's so many things wrong with it that I think maybe I don't know. I think it's kind of run its course.
Yeah, but like it was cool that they actually made a game.
It was cool. It was very faithful to the series, and I appreciated that. And yeah, I don't know.
Like I saw, like they actually did a really good job, like recreating the locations.
Yeah, the locations and there's even little Easter eggs inside the cabins, and like there's a cemetery and like the actual Crystal Lake, and you get part 2 Jason, part 3, 4, even Roy. You get all the Jasons except for Jason X, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah, like they had like Higgins Haven and the cabin from part 4.
I was hoping they would have Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah, they didn't go that far.
I was hoping they would have her as like a extra content or something like that. You could play as her.
Yeah,
but that'd be awesome.
Cool. And yeah, like the biggest reason why they stopped continuing putting because of the rights issue.
Yeah, the lawsuit thing.
Yeah, it sucks. But they're still working on that.
I mean, they use the Harry Manfredini music too.
Yeah,
like yeah.
We'll feel incomplete without it.
I know.
Yeah. And yeah, like it was cool that they had like Tommy Jarvis in the game.
And it's cool, yeah. Like there was like a way you could kill Jason too. Like you had to have Tommy Jarvis, you had to have the sweater, you had to have Pamela Voorhees' sweater, and you basically have the sweater on. It distracts Jason. Then Tommy, you shoot Jason, knock his mask off, and then you can kill him. That was like the only way to really do it. And I've seen it done before, but it's hard, man. It's hard to kill Jason. Like when I'm a counselor, like I always feel helpless.
Yeah, because everybody spreads out. Yeah, everyone, right?
Yeah.
Unless
I always try to stay away from everybody because I feel like if he's going after a group of people, I have a better chance on my own. Oh my god!
Perfect timing.
Oh,
Which is it's funny because like before they ever brought Jason into like an actual video game, like those Mortal Kombat games, like the newer ones, like and the wrestling games, like sometimes I would create wrestlers and I created Jason.
yeah, I can't believe those Mortal Kombat. What was it? X. They had like Leatherface and they had Predator and Alien and Jason. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've always wanted to see that. I've always wanted a fighting game where it had all the horror characters. Like I want to see Candyman in there. I want to see Tall Man. I want to see Ghostface, Victor Crowley. I want to see all those guys in a fighting game.
Yeah, but the closest thing has been like that Mortal Kombat.
Well, there's a thing on the computer called Terrordrome, and it's a fan made horror game. They have Chucky and it looks pretty cool, but like it's not like a mainstream game. It's like you can download it, I think, but
maybe one day we'll get something like that.
I hope so. Well, there's so many rights issues.
I mean, you never get a movie, but
yeah,
what you can do is put a video game in there.
True.
It would have to be family. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think like copyright is such a fucking
it gets in the way.
party pooper thing. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. The only thing you can do is fan made stuff.
Yeah.
Non-profit.
They made a Blair Witch game, but I've never played it.
Yeah, I never did either.
How would that work though?
It's in the Blair Witch universe. You play this guy who goes looking for a lost. It's like a lost boy or girl, and you have a dog with you, and you're in the woods, and like you run into like things from the Blair Witch and like the house, Rustin Parr's house, and all that stuff. It looks cool, like it looks creepy, but honestly, I don't think I'll ever play it because I think the only way you can get it is downloading it from the PlayStation. I think it's on the PlayStation Store. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe on Xbox as well. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really play. I think like the newest game I played was Resident Evil 2, the remake, which on my channel I uploaded.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So that's like the newest game I played. So
maybe I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a good Resident Evil movie.
Well, they're supposed to be rebooting it.
That franchise does need a reboot.
That and Mortal Kombat they were doing.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait to see how Mortal Kombat does.
They need to reboot Max Payne as well.
Yeah.
Max Payne.
I don't know, man. Who knows? Like maybe video game movies adaptations will start getting good.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. That's another one. Okay. We're probably it probably won't be till like the summer. Like in the summer we might get like the first trailer to the Mortal Kombat reboot. Because they're already filming it. It's gonna be interesting.
I like how it's gonna be R though.
Yeah. That's the one thing the original movie was missing was R rated.
Yeah.
That's it, really. If it had been R rated, that 1995 movie, that would have been a great movie.
Yep.
I still like the movie.
Yeah, me too. It's a guilty pleasure for me.
That's a good. It's a pretty good
It's the
movie.
only video game adaptation I like. I don't like any.
Well, I honestly don't mind the first Tomb Raider movie with Angelina Jolie. I don't mind that really.
I don't mind that either.
Okay. I never saw the Tomb Raider movies.
I mean, she's beautiful to begin with, but she looks just like Lara Croft.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She does.
Did you like the sequel?
Cradle of Life.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Not really.
It was okay.
What about the reboot?
Too bad though. I think that was one of the last things that Jan de Bont directed.
The reboot wasn't actually that bad. I just don't think it performed well because people didn't really ask for it.
Right.
I don't think the reboot was that bad. It was kind of like it was based off like the new video games that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at, of course, like, she was a thinner, Alicia Vikander. She was different looking, obviously thinner, younger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good for an action flick, but
I still like the Angelina Jolie one better.
Yeah, the Angelina Jolie one is definitely better.
I completely forgot the guy that did Con Air did that.
Yeah.
What,
Simon? No, the guy that directed the
Simon
one
West.
with Angelina Jolie, Simon West.
Oh, he's the first.
He did the first one. Same guy that did Con Air and The Expendables 2. Forgot that he did that. And then sadly, Jan de Bont directed the sequel, and the sequel wasn't good.
Right.
Because I think that was the third strike for Jan de Bont. Because before that, he had The Haunting and Speed 2.
I actually don't mind The Haunting.
No, I don't mind The Haunting either, but I like House on Haunted Hill better.
Welcome to Hill House, everyone. I'm Liam Neeson.
Hi, I'm Owen Wilson. I'm Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
Pretty creepy around here.
The thing I remember about the movie is when Owen Wilson dies.
He dies by that lion head thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I find really funny is, you ever see the Nostalgia Critics review of The Haunting?
Yeah. No, I've never seen
it's at the very end when Willie Taylor dies. All you see is like an animated ghost. It's like an animated version of Owen Wilson's head cut off, and he's like, "God, you did this scene without me. Oh, fuck this! I'm gonna go do Ben Stiller movies."
I mean, I think Lily Taylor's an underrated actress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was great in Ransom. I mean, The Conjuring.
Holy shit! I totally forgot she was in that movie Ransom. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
And I believe she was also in the X-Files too.
Yeah.
Totally forgot she was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was Ransom. You're right. You're right. Shit.
Willie Taylor.
That movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I remember when I saw it for the first time, I saw the whole movie except for the ending. So for years I didn't know how it ended.
What are you talking about, Ransom?
Yeah, Ransom. Like the part I saw it up to the part where the kid saw Gary Sinise again and he peed his pants. Like
that's one of my favorite Ron Howard films. Like I love that film.
Yeah,
I think it's one of Mel Gibson's best movies.
That's definitely true.
It's
wonderful.
Gary Sinise is fantastic. I wish. I love Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great actor.
You don't really hear much from him anymore, though.
No, not really.
Not really.
It sucks. So he's like semi-retired or what?
He does like a lot of promotions for veterans now.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does do more of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We figure. I'm trying to remember what else he was in.
I wish Sean Connery and Gene Hackman would come back just to do one movie out of retirement before they pass away. Like one more movie, please. Just one. I know they're retired, but like it'll be cool to see them like one last time.
Well, that's how I feel about Rick Moranis.
Yeah. Come on, Rick. Yeah.
Trying to look up what other things Gary Sinise was in.
Let's see. There's Mission to Mars,
Forrest Gump, Apollo 13,
Of Mice and Men.
What else we got?
let's see. The Stand. Stephen King's The Stand.
Yep.
Who's the Green Mile?
Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Green Mile.
Albino Alligator.
The Green Mile.
Yeah, I said that.
Mission to Mars. Reindeer Games.
Oh yeah.
Reindeer Games.
Well.
I think that recently.
You kill him. You kill yourself, you motherfucker. Give me back my son.
He was the Smithsonian narrator in Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, not really a whole lot.
Yeah, I think he directed Of Mice and Men.
Believe you're right.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a remake of the original with Burgess Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great film if you haven't seen it.
Oh, Mice and Men.
Yeah, with John Malkovich.
No, I haven't seen it.
I mean, I really do think that's one of Gary Sinise's. I think Gary Sinise is a pretty underrated actor.
Yeah, he is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he in some movie called Imposter or whatever?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the Mel Gibson movies. I'll tell you what, there's not really many Mel Gibson movies that I did not like. I love the first two Mad Max movies.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty solid career.
I love Mad Max Beyond Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon 2, Air America. That's a fun movie with him and Downey.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies that no one really talks about with him is Payback.
Payback, yep.
Yeah.
I also
Forever Young, man, is underrated.
I think I actually think Conspiracy Theory is pretty decent.
That's a good one.
Conspiracy Theory with Julia Roberts. The We Were Soldiers.
Uh-huh.
Signs.
Well, yeah, of course.
You figure he never really had a big movie again until Edge of Darkness.
Well, because he directed more than acted after.
Then he did The Beaver.
You
Figure his comeback was Edge of Darkness, The Beaver, Get the Gringo, Machete Kills, Expendables 3, Bloodfather. I'll tell you what, which ones that was really good that he did a couple years ago, Dragged Across Concrete.
Yeah, that's a good one. And that was by Zaller, who did
Brawl in Cell Block 99.
In Bone Tomahawk, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the one he did with Vince Vaughn.
Yep,
Yeah.
and Vince Vaughn also.
I've seen Cell Block, but I've not seen the other one.
Bone Tomahawk is awesome. If you haven't seen Bone Tomahawk,
Yeah, I need to see that.
You got in that movie. You got Kurt Russell, Sid Haig, David Arquette, who's not been around. I don't know where the hell he's.
Oh, dude, I fucking miss David Arquette.
Yeah, you got Matthew Fox. You got let's see who else. Oh, Patrick Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another underrated actor too, Patrick Wilson.
Yes. Fantastic cast of people.
Yeah.
I remember Patrick Wilson took forever for me to like kind of like. I don't know what I didn't hate him, but I was like, I don't know about him. Like I didn't know what was about him. Like, didn't make me.
He's been in a lot of movies, dude.
I know. I seen that. I seen plenty of his work.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
trying to remember, like, what other films was Patrick Wilson in? I'm trying to remember.
He was in The Founder. He was in the new Midway movie. Of course, the Insidious films. Hard Candy.
One of the very first things he ever did. One of the very first things he ever did was Hard Candy.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Well,
He was in that one movie with Samuel Jackson.
Lakeview Terrace.
Lakeview Terrace. Yeah.
that movie pissed me off. It did.
It's a very racial film.
I know, but it pissed me off though.
Passengers with Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
Of course, he's Night Owl and Watchmen.
And he plays, of course, in The Conjuring.
Oh, yeah, he was Lynch in the A-Team movie.
Richard Wilson was in that movie Little Children. Wait, Kate Winslet?
Oh, yeah. Where they have that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that people mostly talked about the movie was Jackie O'Haley as the pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you got the Freddy Krueger role with that movie. Dude, I like it's funny because like my dad and brother saw the movie first, and they're talking about him mostly. And my son was like, I was like, holy fuck, like Jackie, he looks like a goddamn pedophile.
Yeah, in that movie he does.
He does.
They made Freddy a fucking. I can't.
What?
They screwed Freddy up in that movie. He's not the Springwood slasher. He's the Springwood molester.
Yeah, molester. Yeah.
Yeah.
That part didn't bother me. For me, it's just like they couldn't pick. They couldn't pick one. Like they try to be dark, but by the end of the movie, he's just cracking jokes.
Well, they did what they wanted to do in the first place. They made Freddy a pedophile. That's what they wanted to do in the first place. So they went with it, but I just don't think it worked because we're so used to him.
I didn't like the voice, and I didn't like the look all that much.
To me, it's scarier him being a killer and then coming back in the dream being a killer. Whoa.
Here's the problem, though. He talked way too much.
Well, some of the jokes were kind of fucking stupid, like when he's like, I was just petting him.
He talked way too much.
And they look at this, though. They did scene for scene shots. They did the glove coming out of the tub. Freddy appearing above Nancy on the wall. Then they did Tina getting drugged down the hallway in the school. It's the same stuff. They did the same stuff as the original. So what's so different about when people are like, oh, it's a darker Nightmare on Elm Street? And we talked about this in the stream.
Yeah.
With Bronco. Just watch Nightmare 1 and 2. Those are dark Freddy movies.
Right. And like
Freddy hardly says a damn word in either of those.
I know. He's in the shadows a lot, and like that's done well. Where like the remake, he pops out like all the time, and you see his face, and he's talking too much.
One of my favorite scenes, or one of my favorite Freddy scenes ever, is in Nightmare 2, that pool scene when he starts killing those kids.
Yeah.
When he's like, you need help, let me help you. Help yourself, fucker.
I love that part, actually. I love that part. Yeah.
A great movie. I love that one.
Yeah.
Underrated as hell.
Just last time he had the demon voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had the dark, deep voice. Yeah.
Oh, my children.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like that's the Freddy I like.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as much as I like part 3,
yeah,
I really like part 3, but he starts to get silly.
To me, part 3 is better than 2 because of the story and characters.
Well, I'll give you that. Yeah, the characters are better.
Freddy as a character in 2 is more interesting. More I'll say. But he's good in 3, though. I'll say.
Yeah.
But I can see that was the beginning of the joking Freddy.
Yeah, it was kind of like a downward spiral from there.
Freddy, as I say, right?
One of the scenes that used to scare me though, because I used to have a waterbed, is in part 4 when Joey looks in the waterbed, sees that naked woman.
Yeah.
That scene always scared me because I always would pull back my sheet in my waterbed and think that Freddy was looking at me.
Yeah.
I was always scared about that. Whenever the waterbed would go like this, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like,
You see a giant glove coming down.
Oh man, that would be. It was perfect though. That was like a perfect a kill scene. It was creative. I thought it was creative.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, even though I don't like 4, 5, and 6 all that much, some of those movies do have creative kills.
I like 4 because of the. I like 4 because of the kills and the soundtrack, and I like.
Oh, soundtrack is really good.
I do like Alice.
Great.
Yeah, I do like Alice as a character.
Yeah, me too.
I did not like her in 5. I thought she was pointless in 5.
Right.
But 4, I thought she was pretty good. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And Freddy sucks.
Well, Freddy, fucking Roseanne Barr and Tom Arnold and Freddy's dead. Oh my god, Alice Cooper is his dad.
The power glove and all that.
Oh my god.
Great graphics.
Yeah. At that point, it's hard to be serious with that kind of threat.
To me, that's the worst one. And that's including the remake, for the record.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
That's what I appreciate New Nightmare a lot.
But I mean, again, going back to the remake, I thought what's her name that played Nancy was just stale as fuck. Like
Rooney Mara.
Yeah, Rooney Mara. Like I thought she was just uninteresting, and Heather Langenkamp was definitely a lot better.
Oh yeah.
There's no
definitely.
Yeah.
No question.
I remember watching that movie. I'm just like, man, she's so fucking boring. Like, why don't she say something or do something?
Well, thankfully, she got better projects after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and
Social Network and stuff like that.
Side Effects.
I don't know. I think we're ready for another Elm Street movie.
I'm all for another one.
Yeah.
But we talked about this before. Like, it's tricky. Like, what do you do though?
Do you just reboot the franchise again?
Well,
you're gonna have to.
If they're going to get Robert back, they're going to have to pass the torch because he's going to probably do one more, and then they're going to make money with it, and they're going to want to make more, and he's not probably going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, what do? It's like,
or maybe he's not going to do any more at all.
I mean, if they keep delaying, the guy's not getting any younger.
Yeah, no, I think honestly, I think it's just too late.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Indy 5, but whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Indy 5, especially because that's an action movie. You know, you require more physical work.
I agree.
I mean, like, have you seen the interview with Robert Englund talking about Freddy vs. Jason? He said he was exhausted.
I mean, how old was Sean Connery in Last Crusade?
I don't know.
Like, if you think about how old Harrison Ford is now.
He was old. Harrison Ford is older now than Sean Connery was in Last Crusade.
Right, and Sean Connery didn't hardly do shit in Last Crusade. So what the hell is he going to do in this movie? Like, what is Indy going to do in this movie? The fact that he's so old, like, he's not going to be swinging on his whip and, like, jumping from vehicle to vehicle. It's what's he going to do, you know?
It's like, but I was going to say, like, if Robert Englund talked about Freddy vs. Jason, his experience with that, I said he felt exhausted way more than the other past Freddy movies. And that was 2003. So it's like I don't think he has enough energy to pull off. Right? But then again, you know what? Freddy vs. Jason, he had to do a lot of like fight scenes and stuff like that. Like there's more physical things to do, you know, than compared to
the Versus movie. So of course there was a lot more fighting.
But, like, he really was exhausted. You know?
I think if they do another Freddy versus Jason, they could actually just get a double, you know, for Robert Englund to do all the fight scenes. You know, they could probably get away with that.
You probably can.
I don't know. Because it's one of those things. He said that he has one more in it because I honestly feel like he misses it a little bit.
Yeah, because what the hell's he been doing? Yeah, he hasn't really been doing any projects.
Because I know, like, I think at one hand he misses it, but at the other hand he knows he's too old. It's like one of those like, kind of things.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I will be shocked if he actually comes back. Honestly,
Mhm.
I think a lot of people will be shocked.
I would be shocked if he actually comes back. I will say if he comes back, I can see it breaking Halloween 2018's record. Because Freddy is the most
I
iconic.
mean, if they market it that way, it's definitely going to put asses in the seats. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Freddy's more iconic.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, because Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
He is Freddy.
yeah. But then again, if he returns, it'll be for one movie.
That's why I don't think if they were ever to reboot Hellraiser, I don't think it'll ever work.
I feel like, if you don't have Doug Bradley, it's not Hellraiser.
I know.
If you don't have Robert Englund, it's not Nightmare on Elm
That's what I
Street.
said. That's why I said this before. Like, I think they're waiting to see how the new Canon movie turns out, how they handle that, and then they'll figure out how to deal with the Elm Street situation. Yeah.
I think the guy who played, I don't remember his name. I don't know if it's like Stephen Thomas or whatever. Whoever played Pinhead in Hellraiser Judgment, I think he did a pretty solid job, but it's still not Doug Bradley.
Right.
I think he did fine. You could tell he was kind of acting like Doug Bradley, but if you like did the blink test and you did this, you could honestly think that was Doug Bradley for a second, but in your mind, you're just like, nah, it's not him. It's not him. So if they were ever to reboot Hellraiser, I don't think they should do it unless they can get Doug. I mean,
yeah, Pinhead is kind of underrated.
what's underrated?
Pinhead.
Oh,
I feel like that, without Brad Dourif, it's not Chucky. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree.
Michael Myers and Jason and all that stuff. There's there were so many guys that played Michael Myers and Jason. There was really no. I guess you can say like Kane Hodder's the steady guy, but there were so many other guys before him that did play Jason.
Yeah, and those guys are they wear masks, so it's kind of like you can get somebody who looks like somebody, and you would never be able to really tell unless they moved differently, I guess.
Yeah, like James Drew Courtney and Nick Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know how Kane Hodder, like how he breathes heavy and like he has that movement about him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell
it's him.
You can tell him for sure, but like what's his name? Kessinger or
Kersinger?
Ken Kersinger, like his movement's like a Frankenstein. Like he's like stiff and
Which I didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Why do you wanted that though?
No, he's an idiot.
He wanted a Frankenstein character, a Frankenstein Jason. I'm like,
which is funny because like that was the producers or somebody's reason for not bringing back Kane Hodder. Like, oh, he's too much like Frankenstein.
Ronnie Hughes' idea.
Yeah,
it had to be.
It was Ronnie Hughes. Like he wanted a Frankenstein Jason. That's what he wanted.
Like Frankenstein, slimmer and taller.
Yeah. I felt like that was a slap in the because at that moment, Kane Hodder he started 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
Jason X.
And he wanted to do Freddy vs. Jason. He was excited to do it.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I think the man has earned it.
Right. Because it would have been a great Swan. Let's just say Robert England and Keen Hodder never returned to play those characters after Freddy vs. Jason. It would have been a great swan song for both of them.
It would.
They were great.
I could definitely agree with that.
Fuck you, Ronnie. You.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not leaving until I see him die.
Bad, dude. So bad. Freddy vs. Jason did not hold up. Well, that movie did not age well.
I love it when he's like, "Let me handle this, bitch."
Yeah. But yeah, the best thing about it is my theater experience.
My theater was jumping, dude. Like
Great.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name that played Pamela Voorhees? She actually looked she actually looked like Betsy Palmer.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
She's no Betsy Palmer.
No, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody Betsy Palmer.
That's true. Yeah.
She wanted to do it, but I didn't want to pay her that much. Something like that.
I believe that's the story.
Well, there's if you go on Google, there's a promo pic of her. She's really old,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got the sweater on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's holding Jason's head like this, like Jason's standing there, and she's kind of like caressing his face.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like one of the newest pictures I've seen. It's really cool looking.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people post that during Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember, your mama loved you no matter what.
That's a fucked up way to celebrate Mother's Day.
Well, Pamela Voorhees has been voted one of the best mothers in movie history.
Yeah.
I mean, she did it.
She just loved her son. What's so wrong with that?
Yeah. It's funny, that's what Betsy Palmer said. She wanted, when she asked the fans, why do you guys love Pamela Voorhees so much? And they're like, because we understand her loss of her son. Even though he wasn't really dead, but you know what I mean?
Dude, you know what kind of reminded me of a movie the other day? When I had a pot of boiling water,
Mm-hmm.
and I was stirring it, and some of the splashed up on my arm. You know what came to mind right away? Can you guess what movie I'm thinking about?
Village of the Damned?
No.
No. Okay. I can't. I don't know.
Sleepaway Camp.
Ah, yeah.
That came to mind right away when all that hot water. Oh my god.
My second guess would have been Cape Fear.
Oh, are you offering me something hot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When she throws the boiling water at his face.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just found the original movie not too long ago on DVD. I got it for 50 cents at Salvation Army, the original Cape Fear.
Right.
Oh, wow.
That's one I never seen before. I'm pretty sure it's out of print, but
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that's a remake.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Got
the same
Gregory
story, right?
What?
It's basically the same story, right?
Basically, I just think the remake is a lot better,
Mm-hmm.
but just because of the performances.
Uh-huh. Even though Robert De Niro was saying gibberish when he's dying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm ready to end the stream because I'm really tired now.
Okay, that's up to you.
Yeah, I think we had enough for tonight.
Okay.
It is late.
Yeah, it is late actually. Yeah.
We will start a little bit earlier. It was for somebody.
Ugh.
But anyway, yeah, it was cool doing this again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I didn't expect to talk about video games. But that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that.
That was fun.
Yeah. I wish I could find. I wish I would have kept some of the old other video games I had, but I lost a few. I lost them though. I don't know where the hell they are.
I sold a lot of mine at like garage sales and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I didn't.
It happens. All right. Well, thank you, Junebug and Crazy Joe, for joining us earlier tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody have a good night, and see you next time, whenever that is.
Peace.
Yeah. Go
Say
Niners.
Peace.